Chris Ngige, the Minister of Labour and Employment, on Wednesday, 29th March 2023, urged the incoming administration of the President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu to review the current minimum wage of 30,000 presently obtainable in the country. Hello viewers, welcome to Issues Today on XBB TV Africa. Today we are going to be discussing so many national issues revolving around the minimum wage and also the postponed protest by the Nigeria Labour Congress. I am Egbiji, God's Promise Iviogene, and I have with me here in the studio our analyst for today.
Give to Lise.
You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
On Issues Today, we know that the Minister of Labour, Chris Ngige, he, on Wednesday, being the 29th day of March 2023, urged the incoming administration, talking about the administration of the President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to review the minimum wage payments. That's talking about 30,000 naira being paid as minimum wage. Realistically, it's not measurable to the current reality of what we see in Nigeria presently. So what do you have to say about that move by the Minister of Labour?
Thank you very much. Well, the first thing we have to look at is that move critical at this particular time?
Okay.
Now, this is the most crucial time in Nigeria democracy and politics. So for an organization like the NLC to come up, or the Minister of Labour, Chris Ngige, to come up at this time when our democracy is in turmoil, to make such demand, it means one can say that, what will I call it now, how will I put it, that organization is should be under probe. Because we are in a democracy, or we are in a situation whereby the democracy of Nigeria is in jeopardy. And you are coming, it's like you have accepted the imposed president by INEC on Nigeria. You have accepted it and you want other Nigerians to follow. I would say it's a ploy though, because the issue of the minimum wage has been on since.
Yeah, it has been on.
We should review them. Saying it at this time, it's like I have accepted that Senator Ahmed Tinubu is the president-elect.
Well, we know too that according to what the federal government said, precisely on the 28th of March 2023, they made us understand that regardless of the court cases on ground, they are still going to swear in the president-elect when the time comes.
Where is that done? Where is that done? Look, but what we should do is we should clarify what is on ground. If the person, like now he was served the petition, or Labour Party served the petition, and he was not around to receive the petition, and nobody was there to receive the petition. So he traveled outside the country. Or instead of, I don't know why he's outside the country. Why should a president-elect be outside the country where he's elected? And when there is uncertainty whether he win the election or not?
Well, the electoral process has been done to determine who the winner is.
Okay.
But we know reasonably, to some extent, not everyone was okay with the results of the election, which is very normal because of political affiliations and some other factors. But a stipulated date is already there for swearing in appointed or elected members. And I personally don't feel that there is anything wrong with that. I mean, the court cases, we don't know for how long it's going to be on.
And the law states that as long as the victory cannot be upheld by the Supreme Court, or I don't know about the Constitution, there should be an interim government within that period until the case is finished. Because you cannot swear in somebody whose victory is questionable. And looking at the whole, I believe I was in out this week, I saw something about a sanction from US against any country.
There's been so many sanctions.
Yes, who elect someone who has been convicted of drugs.
There's been
now there have been such cases, analysis about this same person, the president-elect of Nigeria, having a drug issue in the past. And going ahead to swear in such person might attract international sanctions on Nigeria. So we shouldn't be very quick to go and swear him in. We should make sure that, okay, the court process, I think the required thing now is for us to swear in an interim government, if that will help, and give the time, or just disqualify the candidate and do the election. Most people, observers, have been saying the election is not credible enough. And you've gotten a lot of evidence. Like, I was even seeing a protest whereby the APC supporters were forcefully demanding a congratulation message. As in, it's very clear that this election, there's something wrong with it. So we are, like what we are saying, this Chris, Minister of Labour, his move is very, very disappointing. He should be moving the masses. Like, okay, let's talk about other times that people were killed during the election. Okay, all the happenings in the election.
Yeah.
He, as a Minister of Labour, what did he do? Did he support those people in the street demanding justice for those people that were killed?
Just this morning, there were reports that the families of those who were killed during the election, which comprises of politicians, businessmen, thugs, and all the rest, they are demanding justice for those who their families or their friends. Okay. Although the election, we can say that there were so many African and outside African presidents who were on ground, okay, international observers for the election, and they witnessed these things. Well, we cannot truly or authoritatively or factually say that the election wasn't transparent enough, although we know that some of the provisions that were made by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, talking about the BVAS machine and the process of arriving at the results, they were not really in place. We know what happened that very day.
It's sorry to cut it short. It was not you can't say transparent. Okay, previously, now we said this year that the number of registered voters were up to 80 million that are eligible to vote, 80 million Nigerians. Yeah. Now, out of that 80 million, if you collect the total results, the total population of people that voted both for APC, PDP, and other parties, I think they should be close to 30 million. What happened to the other 50 million? They were defranchised from voting. And even those votes, according to the law, you said, okay, once the vote is cast, it will be uploaded immediately, real time, and everybody will get to see the result. But that was not what is done. Even on the television, while they were announcing the result, I saw it myself. It was even a kid that called me. Okay, look at the sum up. We had to take a calculator and sum everything. It was not up to 100,000 or 100,000. Sorry, it was not up to 100,000. And what we are saying there is the sum is 200 and something thousand. I think those facts should be verified. We should not be in this state now, like Nigeria. We should not be here now. I don't know if you understand. Yeah. So Labour should be standing against injustice, should be standing against the killings, should be standing against vote buying and voters intimidation, not coming up to make a statement that support the president-elect as if they are demanding that this will happen. That means they've made up their mind that Tinubu is the president-elect of Nigeria, against the wish of the people.
Well, that's what you think. Thanks for your opinion on it. NLC and TUC, they have cancelled plans to proceed with their strike action, which was supposedly to start from the 28th day of March 2023. According to them, they want to give the government 2 more weeks to decide on what to do, especially with the harsh cashless policy reversal that was intended to reduce the stress of Nigerians, but still haven't taken place. Do you think that NLC responded at a very wrong time? Do you think it responded at a time that Nigerians had already suffered enough? Because as we know, NLC is the body that represents the people. Okay. They are to fight for transparency. They are to fight for the social and political well-being of every Nigerian. Now, let's go back a bit. We know what happened during the ASU strike. We know how everything went. NLC didn't say anything about that. We didn't hear anything. We know what happened to when Nigerians were buying a liter of fuel for 700, 800. I bought in some part in a place that's about 40,000 naira. So I'm talking about December, just December 2022. So it wasn't friendly at all. And we know the long queues people had to stay, and NLC didn't say anything. TUC didn't say anything. So right now they are coming out to say that the only time now that they said something to go on a strike, they are now postponing it. So do you think NLC is still as independent, strong, transparent, and reliable as it used to be?
Well, thank you very much. On that, I will say, for now, I don't think there is any organization, independent organization in Nigeria that is not biased, that is still doing its function.
Possibly INEC, yes.
INEC, that's number one. INEC was supposed to be independent, but we are seeing now that INEC is the watchdog of a political party, or is the use dog. Let me use the word use dog if it's a word for a political party. Now, saying this, if you could remember when Goodluck was still the president and there was removal of fuel subsidy, can you recall what Labour did? How they went to strike,
yes,
threatening with strike, and they melted. Then, I believe when the Adam Oshomole was still the
yes.
hand.
No,
before then, Adam Oshomole was a
yes.
Was he the president?
No,
the minister?
No. Before that time, it was Adams Oshomole's rigid efforts in the NLC that gave him the upper hand to even contest as governor.
Okay. Now, based on how you oppose, is it not to Olusegun Obasanjo during his tenure?
Yes.
Now, you find out that during those times, when they come out and say, we are going to do something, they stand with the people. It's final.
Yeah.
But after the Goodluck tenure, something happened to NLC that I don't know. These people become so compromising. They come out and say, we are doing this, and the next time they have changed their mind. Now, when ASU strike was there, linger for more than 6 months, they did not do anything. They were just, as in, their stand was as if they were biased. Now, for now, I can't even say now they come out this for more than 3 months now, 4 months, Nigeria has been suffering a cashless economy.
Yeah.
And they be quiet. And you begin to wonder what this organization were established for in the first place. Now, after sometimes they have to come and say, okay, we want to protest. And all of a sudden, we are stopping the protest. Why? What are the reasons why you are stopping the protest? Well, I think what I should say, if there's an organization that should represent the people's interest, this organization also should have those time to tell the people why they choose to make an action and why they choose to not to go on with the action.
Okay, thank you very much for that. The truth is this discussion cannot be exhausted in a day, because we know that this problem is on ground, and it's very discouraging for Nigerians to face all of this. I don't know what the situation is in your area from where you're watching this video. I don't know if cash is now available in your area, or do you still use 300 naira to take 1,000 naira? Is fuel accessible, or do you easily get fuel in your area? Well, whatever it is, let us know in the comment section below. Do you also feel that NLC is responding at a very wrong time? Let us know in the comment section. We want to say a very big thank you to you for watching this video. And if you're watching on Facebook or Instagram, do well to hit the follow button so you get notified when we drop our videos. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. The notification bell has to be turned on so you get notified when we drop our videos. We want to say a very big thank you to Scolodia Limited. If you've not heard about Scolodia Limited, it is a real estate firm where we sell and buy properties. You too can also sell your properties at very affordable prices, and you are sure to get the best real estate service from Scolodia Limited. A very big thank you to Timogram Electronics. It is your #1 plug for all kinds of electronics for home or office use, whatever it is. If you also want your products or your service, your organization, your business to be formally promoted on XBB TV Africa. And on this show specifically, you can do that by reaching out to us on the numbers presently displayed on your screen. Thank you very much for watching. I am Egweji, God's Promise.
And I'm Gift Tolly said.
Audio